in some way, I already did give up before her whole life. I mean, you guys know that because I talked about it before. But there was like one tiny flame still left, flickering and waiting to be ignited into a bonfire. It's understandable after you try for such a long time in so many different ways, eventually feeling like it's over and giving up might be sad, but in some way it's also realistic, and at some point, like, maybe you need to accept that something is just not happening. Maybe. If it's something unrealistic, I don't know. If you really tried for like 10 or so years, then maybe it's time to move on. But then again, I mean, look at me. I mean, I'm not doing exactly 100% what I wanted to do, but I'm doing something that's just as amazing and fulfilling and makes me happy, and is somewhat similar to what I originally wanted to do. It's close enough. Yeah. I'm like, actually, maybe it's even better. In some ways, it's even better. I want to tell people to never give up, but I understand that at some point it might be a good thing to give up and move on to something else if you've just spent so much time on it. I don't know, it's hard to say. Cause like you can't but like just hang on to something for your whole fucking life if it's just not happening. But you should at least give it everything you got for as long as you feel like you can. And if you get to a point where you personally feel like you've tried everything you could, really, 100%, and you would be fine with moving on to something new, because that's even though I was really down, I was ready, I think, to move on. So at least do it until you feel like you're at a place where you think it's better to find a new goal or a new dream that maybe is more in your reach. Yeah, there are limits. As much as we like to say you can do anything, I'm sorry, this is maybe out of character. Me saying this is maybe out of character, but as much as I am really always like, fight, yeah, I am also a very realistic person. I like to look at things very realistic. And it's, yeah, I think it's also dangerous to like waste too much time. When I say too much time, I'm really speaking of like 10, 20 years. You only live once, you know? You only live once, and you gotta make the best out of the time that you're on this earth. Even if you try hard, sometimes things are just locked like a DLC, but you can't even pay for it. What you need is luck. Okay, sometimes you even need money for certain kind of success, but yeah, sometimes there's just barriers that you cannot overcome with what you currently have, what the methods and sometimes it's not your fault, it's just luck that I never give up. But as I said, I had a point where I thought, okay, I have to be realistic, I have to move on. But then I got really lucky. Then I got really lucky. Without that luck, I would have been lost at sea. And certain people, they're not that lucky, and all their talent and skills, unfortunately, go unnoticed, which is not fair. It's just not fair. But I recommend you guys to work hard towards your dreams and goals. And if you don't have a dream or goal, that's okay too. I don't know how old you are, but maybe you're too young to really have a really clear image if you're in your head. Or maybe you're at an age where you think you're done, but there's still other things you can do. Maybe you need to find new hobbies and interests to also connect that to a new goal and dream. Yeah. But also, it's okay. I think, to be honest, it's also okay to just not have a huge dream or something. Just live your life comfortably. Yeah. I think that's fine too. Like, when I worked a normal job, I did not try or, like, aspire to be, like, the big next CEO in that job or whatever. I just wanted to keep the position I was in because it was comfortable. And then on the side, well, that job was going so comfortably. I was having a great time with my hobbies, like going to anime conventions or whatever. I was having fun elsewhere, doing my best elsewhere. What would you do if you knew that you can't reach your goal? Well, that is something that... Can you really judge that? Because normally you personally are more negative about what you think you can do. You gotta look at it objectively. If you think that you can objectively say, realistically, that you can't do what you want to do, then perhaps it's okay to find something else. But yeah, usually you judge yourself too hard and you're like, oh, I can't do that, but are you even trying? Break it down into milestones. That is good advice too. Yeah, if you have a goal that you think that it's like unreachable, then go baby steps. Don't expect that from one day to another you're gonna reach the top of those stairs. You gotta go floor by floor, step by step. Eventually, you'll end up at the top of the skyscraper. No, the building doesn't have an elevator. No. You're too spoiled. Life is only what you make